sideways, boys in the days. Sleepy sideways, boys in the days. Sleepy sideways, boys in the days. On the Sunday night, I may bring you some hair. Sleepy sideways, boys in the days. Sleepy sideways, boys in the days. Sleepy sideways, boys in the days. On the Sunday night, I may bring you some hair.
Empire Wild, baby. It's the people.
Welcome to the first episode of Sneakerhead Gang Podcast, affiliated by nobody, sponsored by nobody, because I can't trust any sponsors at all. You want to know why I can't trust any sponsors? Because when they mess up, you have to talk very, very good about that certain sponsor or affiliation. I can't do that. So this podcast is mainly about me, but I want to feature other students as well, other kids. You know what I'm saying? Just to make it more fun and more spicy. You know what I'm saying? I hate hate talking about myself and just myself. So I'm gonna I tell stories about different points of view in my life. So you know what I'm saying? Like characters that are not real. You know what I'm saying? But this really happened to me. Some situations. So trigger warning: if you guys feel like that, this is a bit, out of school topic or anything like that, then get out of your feelings, because it's high school. You can't be soft no more. Okay? We're not in middle school no more. So I'm going to tell you a story about recently what happened, the events that happened to me last month. And so the beginning of next month, because, February, me and February have butted heads a few times, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, about 4 years ago, I was rushed to the hospital. I'll tell that story in a different video, because I have a photographic memory of everything. Whenever I think of a certain memory, I just, my mood swings just take over. You know what I'm saying? I get angry or I get happy and all giddy and say, hey, I remember that. Or sometimes cringy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I picture stuff in my mind all the doggone time. During school hours, while I'm listening to music, you know what I'm saying? While during all my power walks, I'm one interesting dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm one mysterious dude. So let's get right into the story. So this story takes place back in February, the beginning of February, 2 weeks before Valentine's Day. So I'm going to call myself Big Nate. So this dude, Big Nate, is the coolest guy on the whole campus. You know what I'm saying? He's just got back from virtual school. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hated every minute of it. He was giving constructive criticism about it. So the first 3 months, he couldn't find his rhythm. You know what I'm saying? He could never find his rhythm. He was always nervous. He lost sight of eating. It's just nervous for no reason. Like, it's just his anxiety and nausea is just taking over. So Big Nate, like a few months after, finally finds his rhythm, right? And so he falls in love with this really, really cute girl. And so he was doing everything in his power to try and impress her, but sometimes it failed. It failed really bad, and he don't even know what to do. He kept on doing it. So friend zone comes. He's okay with it, but in his heart, he just couldn't let her go. So what does Big Nate do? He keeps pushing. You know what I'm saying? He keeps pushing no matter what. So Big Nate's thinking to himself, maybe if I would have done this, then the results may be different. But it's not up to him. It's up to her, because you got to respect the woman's decision. You know what I'm saying? That's really smart. That's what a smart man does. So February comes by, things start to slow down. Like, we're starting to get to, like, in the final days of senior year, school year, whatever, because Big Nate just wants to graduate and spend some time with his folks. You know what I'm saying? It's been a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, during his time away, there was a lot of drama in the summer. During the long summer, coronation, you know what I'm saying? He's been off of social media. I will get into that in another video. So Big Nate's just trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? And trying to stay away from what he calls school nuisances. School nuisances, the definition of a school nuisance is when you're looking for trouble and constantly being a menace to society all the doggone time, and always being toxic and starting drama or looking ways for trouble or just doing something out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? That's called being a school nuisance. And you do not want to be named a school nuisance because there's badge range for bronze to Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? If you get that Hall of Fame, then that's not being taken away. If you get anything under Hall of Fame, then it could be taken away easily by doing a good deed. So stay away from the school nuisance badge. And there's also Menace to Society badges from bronze to Hall of Fame. You get the Menace to Society badge, and there's something wrong with you. Like, there's something wrong with you. Okay? Like, that cannot be removed. Okay? That can't be removed. It's the same thing. And also we have the Hazard to the Nation and Menace to the Universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, Menace to the Universe is, that badge is different. Okay? That badge really hits different. So, let me get right to the story. So, it's a normal day. It's a Friday. And Big Nate's all dressed up in his bling. He's dressed up, getting ready for Valentine's Day, even though it's a couple of weeks away. He's just trying to get his drip game all right so he can get ready to wow his Valentine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's feeling good about himself. So he gets home. So he gets back from work after working hard because the dude has 2 jobs. He's a single man working 2 jobs, not one, but 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? During the week, every single week, and it pays off. You know what I'm saying? He gets them checks. Your boy be getting them checks. So Big Nate goes to back to school, and he hits the books. You know what I'm saying? He does what he's told. He's always a good boy in class, always being an influence because that's what great dudes do. You know what I'm saying? That's what a man does. You know what I'm saying? Like, Big Nate has enough problems in his life. So, you know, like, as sort of a fun Friday, you know, the teacher puts on a movie, like, puts on Shrek, okay? Shrek, you know, like, Shrek the third, they could just go another way with that, but the other Shrek movies, top notch. You know what I'm saying? Out of the ballpark. But it's getting close to his time for lunch because he's getting ready for lunch because that's his favorite period. Big Nate loves lunch. You know what I'm saying? He brought his vomit and everything. So he's drawing his sneakers, right? You know, like he has one special sneaker that he has for, you know, his special someone. But as usual, when he's called back in the back of the room by a teacher to talk in private, you know it is bad. Okay? He was just trying to stay out of trouble. He's like, oh Lord. He has to say his prayers. And he just goes back and see what's up. He's about something like, oh, it's probably about another school event. But it's about something out of the classroom. You know, what goes out of the classroom stays out of the classroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's something goes down, it stays between the kids. Okay? The adults just intervene and they choose sides and they ruin everything. So he has a long talk. And then the teacher just looks him dead in his face, and he's just looking away. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have good eye contact, and tells him about one situation that one of the guidance counselors told the teacher about. So Big Nate starts to be skeptical because he can't really trust guidance counselors after what happened a couple of years ago, which we'll get into another time. You know what I'm saying? He has a feud with the guidance counselors. He cannot trust them, okay? He can't even trust them because they choose sides and they wreck everything. Let the kids be kids. And so, like, he's saying, like, oh, you have a crush on somebody, and then they automatically know, and then they tell you to tone it down. So, you know, Big Nate, he just sits back and just listens. And every question that's thrown at him, he just says no or yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just trying to explain that this is high school. This is not middle school. She's like in the back and said, oh, welcome back to middle school. One of the softest places on earth. They're thinking that he's 15 again. So what does he do? He still keeps his mouth shut and he listens to everything he has to say. And he leaves the room and heads out for lunch, and he has to be cautious now. Or basically they could check the security camera to see what's up. Because if they see it again, they're going to catch him and pull him again. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, dude, this is high school. I'm a senior. Like, what is this? So he's cautious, but he's mad at the same doggone time. And it is not a good sign when you are mad at the same doggone time. So he goes home for the weekend and he comes back ready for the biggest, wildest week of the school year, the biggest school tradition. You know what I'm saying? They have their little spirit week. So he's dressed in his Golden State attire, you know what I'm saying, just greeting his friends. It's like, oh, what's up? It's our last Spirit Week. You know, we're excited, you know what I'm saying? But inside he's nervous, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it should have happened in September, but you know, the Roro got in the race, so yeah. Big Nate, you know, like he comes back from work, and he hits them books again. It's the same thing, but this time he has to leave the classroom to go to the guidance counselor's office. And I'm like, this is being passed on to the guidance counselor's office, and in his mind, he's scared. You know what I'm saying? The back of his mind, like, dude, what is this? A snitchathon? Like, a snitchathon? Really? They honestly really tell the guidance counselors my business, bro? My business be put out there. You can't really trust nobody. You can't really trust anybody. So he had to wait 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes-ish. I had to wait 20 minutes to just talk to a guidance counselor while he's on the phone. He's on a business call, apparently. It's about something really important. So he opens the door and says, Nathaniel? And he's like, yeah. And he opens up and says, can you come in? I'm glad you came. And so he comes in and his heart is just pounding. And little did he know, he was recording the entire conversation the entire doggone time. Now, I'm not saying that this happened in real life events, but he really wanted to document everything to see if any BS was going to be put out there and put on him. And he was going to respond and possibly use it in one of his, you know, home videos or YouTube videos, because Big Nate really is a YouTuber. So he was just neutral, because before he had to like cuss somebody out because he was really going to do it. But he opens up and says, you know, I noticed, like, you know, you have a way of talking with ladies. So, and then he just pulls out a name and just says, you like this one girl, don't you? He was like, and then Nate is just stunned. He's like, what young lady? And then he drops the name. And this is not, I'm not going to be name dropping, so we're just going to keep it private. So, and he's like, you like this one girl, right? Yeah. And then at the beginning, the guidance counselor's like, dude, you're getting out of control with this, dude. Like, come on, man. I know we don't want to have a single talk every time you're in here, bro. And then all of a sudden they have a long talk and what they could do differently, and just says back off and just give it a rest, okay? Just basically saying move on. But at this point, he's like, oh, just pull out some allegations like, dude, I'm just telling what I just told. So he doesn't go on to believe it, but in his mind, he doesn't know what he's talking about still. He's just stunned. So he still doesn't have good eye contact, and that's an issue. So, but at the end, you know, he walked out so mad. He was just feeling neutral. And as a man, you can't get in your feelings about what the guidance counselor said, because they're really trying to tear their whole relationship apart. And it wasn't sitting well with him, so he just goes up about his day. So next up, he just goes on and just says, look, I'm sorry if I did anything to, like, you know, make you uncomfortable. I'm a man. We all make mistakes. So moral of the story is, you got to be careful out here, because the guidance counselors will be on your head tops, okay? So Big Nate hopefully will stay out of trouble, and because if he gets in trouble again, then it's a wrap, okay? They could easily just tell your folks, you know what I'm saying? And it won't be a good sign, because you have to deal with them, because your folks always choose sides. They're soft, you know what I'm saying? Like, your folks are sometimes soft, you know what I'm saying? Like, they choose sides, and then, you know, like, and in Kamari's words, that's my inner conscience. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. I have inner voices sometimes. He said, they just D-ride, okay? They D-ride over everything, and that's an issue in today's society. So he minds his business, eats his food, enjoys the last of the epic week, Spirit Week, and then just goes up about his day. Please note that this is not somewhat of a real story, so don't get too offended. Be skeptical. Don't get too offended. It's just for entertainment, man. So because This podcast I've been really wanting to do for a very long time, okay? Very long time I wanted to do a podcast talking about stories from me. So, hope you guys enjoy. And as next time, there could be a second episode, but y'all gonna have to wait because I have another series, CLB, you know what I'm saying? But, hope you guys enjoy. I'll possibly feature a few people in a real life vlog. Until next time, I'm out!
Sideways.